Alright guys, just quickly, please make sure that you subscribe, click the notification bell, comment something down here just to have some good feedback, and like the video.
Hi guys, Ellis here, coming at you with a new scout report video. Today's episode will be on Trent Alexander Arnold, and yeah, I'm just jump straight into this. Okay, so Alexander Arnold's background is he currently plays for Liverpool. He came up through Liverpool's youth academy. He is 19 years old. He's a right back. He's obviously English, and today I will be comparing him with Thomas Meunier. Okay, so Alexander Arnold this season has made 13 league appearances. In these appearances, he has made 3 goal involvements compared with Meunier, who has averaged 4 goal involvements. This means he's averaged a goal involvement every 381 minutes compared to Meunier, who averages one every 234 minutes. Obviously, looking at this, Meunier currently plays in a PSG team who are scoring goals for fun. I think they're averaging about 3 goals a game this season. I think they've only dropped points once in the league. So you can, when it comes to his goal involvements, you can kind of take them with a pinch of salt as to how good they are. But I mean, Trent Alexander Arnold, he hasn't played in the past few weeks, even up to Christmas, because he has been injured. 13 appearances, 3 goals is not bad for a right back. You know, if he carries on this, he'll end up with 9 goal involvements by the end of the season, which in the league, which will be fairly excellent for a right back in league football. I think in all competitions he's got 5 goal involvements, including I think 2 goals and 3 assists, which is again very good for a right back. Obviously, in modern day football, you would expect to see a wing back getting forward quite a lot, but still 3 goals is very good. So yeah, he's averaging 3 tackles and interceptions per game, compared with Meunier, who's averaging 3.7 tackles and interceptions per game. 3 tackles and interceptions has made one a elite level right back to be at. Obviously, he's not playing in a team that hasn't got local possession. Liverpool averaging about 60% possession every game this season, so he's not having to make too many tackles and interceptions per game. But when he has to make a tackle, make an interception, he normally is. Every game I've watched this season of him, I've watched a few games, and he's been fairly dominant down that right side. He hasn't really had much trouble from left wingers, and he's more been actually a trouble getting forward. He has such a sweet right foot to watch. Every cross is whipped into a really good area. He's great on a set piece. So yeah, in the attack sense, he's great, and in defensive sense, he's even better. He's been such a key part of why Liverpool's defence has been so good this season. Obviously, they've only conceded 7 goals at the time of writing after 18 games, I do believe. So yeah, he's just been great so far this season. He averages 1.4 dribbles per 90, completing 0.5 of those, compared with Meunier, who's averaging 0.9 per game and 0.5 minutes successful. Obviously, looking at the dribble numbers, Meunier is a lot bigger of a right back. He's in terms of his size. He's not really a dribbler. PSG's got a style of play this season has been pass the ball to Neymar and Mbappe, and they'll progress the ball up the pitch, whereas Liverpool's sort of tactic is very fullback based, so they do rely on the fullbacks often providing the width and progressing the ball forward, so that Salah and Mane can actually drift inside and play as inside forwards. So yeah, that's why Alexander Arnold's dribble numbers are better. 1.4, I'd like to see those a little bit higher, considering the effort he does put in ball progression in a normal 90 for Liverpool. I would like to see that closer to 2.5, but 1.4 is fine. Obviously, as I said, he is still very young, and 1.4 dribble per game is pretty good still. He crosses 1.2 times per game, compared with Meunier. He's actually only averaging 0.5 crosses per game, which is really low. But when focus the attention back to Alexander Arnold, 1.2 crosses per game are actually really good. These are really high quality as well. What you notice with Alexander Arnold, if you watch highlight videos or you just watch him play, is that his crossing ability and his set piece delivery is great. They're always he plays this ball so much where it's a low cross, sort of in between, so the ball flies in between the fullback and the nearest defender, sort of the left-sided centre back and the fullback. It's such a dangerous ball to play because it means that defenders are running back towards their own goal, and no centre back wants to do that. And he always plays on the edge of the 6-yard box, which again for a cross is great. His sort of set pieces as well. Liverpool have been blessed with 2 fullbacks that can really hit a ball well in terms of a set piece. Andy Robertson and Trent Alexander Arnold are experts at crossing the ball into the box. Their set piece delivery is so good, and Alexander Arnold's actually been great for his age. The sort of expertness, it's probably not a word, but anyway, his sort of the way he whips a ball in is actually a really good sign. I don't think there's many right backs in the world football, if any, that deliver a good as a ball as Trent Alexander Arnold. I'd even say he's better than Kyle Walker at it, which is quite a big statement, as obviously Kyle Walker is probably the current best world right back. I worded that horribly, but I'll go with it. Alexander Arnold is averaging 56 passes per game, completing 77 of those, whereas Meunier is passing 42 times per game, with 84 of those being successful, which is 42 for Meunier is really low. I don't know what they're doing. PSG's game style is so weird, where they sit back so much with their defence and just let the forward line, who are obviously so talented, just do all the work. 42 passes per game in a top side is madness. Alexander Arnold obviously averaging 56 passes per game, which is really good. I mean, a lot of those passes will be crosses and stuff like that. He does do that a lot. But 56 it's an okay number. It's very, I mean, I think it's very good. I would like it to maybe be 65, 70, but that would be if Liverpool were averaging a slightly more possession. Obviously, he'd be having more passes. And Liverpool aren't really a possession team. The gegenpress style that they do play, that Klopp employs, isn't really a possession-based style. It's very much a press and fast attack. It's not really a build-up play type of way of playing. When you see Trent Alexander Arnold with the ball, it's normally just before he's about to cross. So 56 passes is okay. He's got a fairly high completion rate, 77% is absolutely fine. It's pretty bang average. It's what you'd see in most players across the pitch. You know, you rarely see players go above sort of 85% unless they're truly elite level passers like Jorginho and Andres Iniesta, for a few names to come to mind. But yeah, looking at his stats here, I'm a Liverpool fan. I rate him very highly, and currently his stats are putting him right up there with some of the best right backs in the world. Obviously, it's a complete tribute to Klopp's system and how he's getting Alexander Arnold to play. What the stats don't tell you as well is that Alexander Arnold is a very athletic player. He's very tall. He's very sort of slim. He's really, as I said, athletic. He's very naturally, his natural fitness is very high, so he's sort of ideal box to box sort of fullback, if that makes sense. He's not a fullback that's gonna get forward and struggle to get back. He's not a fullback that's just gonna stay back to conserve energy. He's very athletic and he will go box to box. Okay, so Alexander Arnold, in my opinion, I think genuinely in 5 years' time he'll be the best right back in the world, hands down. I think him and Joshua Kimmich will be close, but I think Alexander Arnold's athleticism and his attacking ability from a set piece, I should say, will just edge it. I do think he will be the best right back in the world in 5 years. And that is such a big statement. You know, obviously I'm not accounting for any random player that comes out of nowhere in the next 5 years, but I think looking at his stats now and the fact that he's currently playing at an elite level at an elite club with elite numbers, which will only get better, obviously, as I always say. He's a young player, his stats will only improve. You know, you could be seeing him averaging, 4 or 5 tackles and interceptions per game, 3 dribbles per game, 3 crosses per game. But at this point in the season, you could have double the amount of goal involvements. Like, he could be a very, very good player. And yeah, it's also, I also think it's interesting to think about England's defensive sort of depth at the moment, and mainly right back. I mean, obviously they've got Kyle Walker coming through. Kyle Walker-Peters at Tottenham is also looking like a very good prospect. Trent Alexander Arnold's coming through, and Joe Gomez can also play right back fairly adeptly, as everyone's seen at Liverpool, his time at Liverpool. So England have got a really exciting sort of fullback option at the moment. Obviously they've got Ryan Bertrand, Ben Chilwell, Ryan Sessegnon on the other side. England's fullback game is strong right now, and it's quite an exciting time to be an England fan. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please like, please comment, please subscribe. If you do subscribe, make sure to click the notification bell. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.